Mm. Deadpool, best Marvel movie out there ever made in life. Recency bias. Fast interference.
All right, buddy, we're live.
Oh damn! I didn't even get the countdown, did I?
No. We're just it's a soft opening. You know what I mean?
Ah, boo poo. Hey y'all. Hey, guess who's back? We're back with upgraded microphones, upgraded semi bootlegged system of where we're sitting. And it's just me and Jose. Welcome back to the JCA Sports Podcast as we're doing a soft opening, I guess you can say, of the JCA Sports Podcast as the Chicago Bears open up the preseason today against the Houston Texans at the Hall of Fame ceremony football game thingy.
Sir.
And we're doing a little bit different this year, guys. This year we're probably going to stream a lot more of our shows during Bears games live. So if you guys like to join us on our streamings on all our streaming platforms for our Bears games, so we could have a nice little conversation, talk about the game and whatnot, and you'll see a lot of us. And then obviously we're deciding to bring back the podcast. Jose, looks like Tuesdays are going to be the days that we're going to do our podcast for the JCA Sports Podcast. So we're back. We're bringing this back, and this time we're bringing it back for good. We're doing things a little bit different. Now we're going to do the shows live. You're going to see us a lot more often together, get a little bit more personal vibe, and stay away from this virtual world, since COVID is now officially over.
For real. 100%.
100%.
I
Yes.
figure out if we're live on our Instagram. I don't think we
I
are.
don't think we are live on Instagram, but yeah, we are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. We are live on, man, my hair's a mess. Jesus. But yeah, live on Facebook, live on Instagram, live on YouTube. So that's what we got going on today. And then we're going to be live on Twitch. We're going to make our own Twitch chat or streaming channel. There you go. And then hopefully if we do good enough, we might even go to TikTok. Who knows, Jose? Right?
Now we're live on Instagram, baby. Let's go.
There you go. We're live on Instagram, Facebook.
Prada, what up, baby?
What up? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're live on here today. Again, soft rebranding of the show. If you missed us, we are going to be live now from here on out. Our shows are going to be every Tuesday, and then we're also going to be doing live streams for the Bears game every Sunday, possibly Mondays, and then whatever Thursday games that they got. So I'm Eric. If you haven't joined us, if you missed us, hi. Let's reintroduce ourselves. My name is Eric Avila. That's Jose Contreras right there, the JCA Sports Podcast. We're missing one part or a third of our JCA podcast. John's not here with us.
There's a little. It's like a soft. Opening.
Yeah, pretty much.
We
We just started out of nowhere.
We just we decided let's watch the game together. Bears are back. It's an exciting season. Let's just sit down. We're in Eric's crib. We're just watching the game. And we're itching. We're itching.
Yeah, we're itching.
Come back.
Yeah, as you can see, we all got our own personal microphones. Shout out to
gang
for the microphones. And yeah, so we're like we said, we're gonna do this a little bit more often. We're gonna do this together. Whenever John decides to show up, we will have John here more often.
He's at work.
Yeah, I know he's at work. He's making his money. Getting his bills paid for his kids and whatnot. So. What's good, Johnny Boy? We miss you. In case you're watching, the Bears are now losing 7-0. The Texans just scored a touchdown. And I guess you could say somewhat of a mini controversy that happened this week, Jose, about, Caleb Williams not starting the Hall of Fame game. How do you feel? Are you okay with that decision?
It's not controversy. That's typical, man. That both teams are not playing their starters. That's what I expected, at least. You know what I mean? Hey, look, it's preseason. It's a Hall of Fame game. It means absolutely nothing. You need your guys healthy for the season. You don't want anybody getting hurt on a game like this. So I totally understand. Today's episode, today we're going to be live streaming the game. We're going to be talking a little bit.
Excuse the hair.
Talk about the season, man. We're going to talk about we're projecting an exciting season here with the Bears. So let's talk about a little bit about, Eric, what we think the Bears are going to be able to do, how we feel. We haven't been on live, man,
in
a very long
good
time.
while.
So we can definitely talk about how we feel the Bears team stacked up right now, at least on paper, how it looks, and what our predictions, our expectations are going to be for sure.
Yeah, well, for me, I mean, I read and I listen to a lot of sports radio, and I read a lot of, bloggers and reporters and journalists and stuff like that, on their whatever they write about the Chicago Bears. But the thing for me is, like, if they're having issues with the cadence, Caleb Williams, obviously that's been the talking point, that there's been so many false start penalties for Caleb Williams in the offense during training camp and their little 7-on-7s and whatnot. And if that's going to be an issue for a guy who hasn't done it since high school, and quite honestly, the issues there, to be quite honest, like, why not have him, a few series. You don't have to throw the ball, just get your cadence right, do what you need to do to take the kinks out before the season. Because remember what happened last year when they didn't play most of the preseason games last year. It didn't go so well the first game of the season against the Packers.
Right, it's preseason. Right.
You say it's preseason, but it's bigger than that.
Look, my thing is, it's all about how you prepare. It didn't go well at all against the Packers, but what we found out was the Packers were a much better team than we predicted they were going to be coming into the season. Prada on Instagram saying he thinks Caleb Williams is going to be a bust. Now, my boy Prada's an Eagles fan. Okay, so
that's hilarious.
This is an unbiased opinion, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
With my boy Prada. But going back to what you were saying, Eric, I don't think a lot of us really expected the Packers to be as good as they were. Jordan Love really showed out last season, and he got a really big contract, because of it. So I mean, we were, we were who we were.
All right.
You know what I mean? Justin Fields, we learned, can only take it so far.
Yeah.
Although we may have feel he didn't get legitimate shot here as a Bears quarterback.
Didn't.
He also didn't really show that he deserved to be here. At least in my book. I mean,
I agree with you 100% on that part.
I mean? So it's like
that part.
That's the reason why we, I guess, retooled this offseason. You know what I mean? We got a whole new quarterback, number one pick in Caleb Williams. We got who we got in free agency, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift. We bolstered up the defense. The offensive line is a little bit better. So, honestly, man, I look, on paper, this Bears team is very exciting, and I think it's going to be a way different dynamic, way different expectation coming in. Yep. And I'm just all around excited, dude. I really am.
At least one of us is. I know for sure. I'm guessing, for speaking for John's point of view here, like your boy Prada over there says that Caleb Williams is going to be a bust. I think John is on the same camp too as well. You don't think he's going to be a bust, right?
No, I want look. Sorry, Prada, I don't agree. I don't think Caleb Williams is going to be a bust at all. I'm also hoping he's not going to be a bust. So here's the thing about us Bears fans, right? We are just very traumatized, right? Like
you can say that again with your chest out loud.
We come with a lot of optimism, saying, this is going to be our year. It's going to be a much better year, but only because the ladder's so low. Like last year wasn't a good year for us, so it's like there's only one way to go but up, right? So I honestly don't think he's going to be a bust. I think he was projected to be number one overall for a reason. Yeah. Remember, and I keep saying this, I said this a lot in the past. Andrew Luck, when he was projected to be the number one overall pick before the draft, he came off a really bad year in Stanford.
Yeah.
He was also a Heisman the year before that, just like Caleb Williams. So now that Caleb Williams is in this system, a second, another year with Matt Eberflus, we seen what he was able to do on the defensive side. We got Shane Caldron, as our offensive coordinator from the Seattle Seahawks, to see what he's able to do, and you're giving. There's no excuse.
No, definitely.
Caleb Williams has all the pieces around him.
Well, at least this season could be an excuse. Rookie year.
Yeah. Okay.
If there's one, an excuse given to him is his rookie year. Because
but as a rookie, you're coming into a
very good situation.
100% very good situation.
Speaking of John says, "What's good, boys? I think rookie should start. To be honest, he agrees. I think, or that the rookie should be playing at least this game to understand." And he said Caleb Williams with stars next to his name, Caleb, will be a bust for the Chicago Bears. And it's weird to say that because
where did John see this at?
That's on Facebook. At least on my Facebook.
I wonder why.
He's on my Facebook page.
Not on the JCA?
I don't think he's on the JCA. I think he's too rich for us.
I'm trying to put your comment up here. On Instagram, Prada says, "I'm mad y'all got Swift. He's a gamer." I think Swift is an underrated piece. A lot of people are hating on him.
Me.
Eric's one of them. But I think, look, seeing him on Hard Knocks when he was with the Detroit Lions, and then actually seeing that season play off, he did his thing. He played pretty well for the Eagles last year, so I think he's an underrated offseason pickup for the Bears. I think it's gonna work out. It's gonna benefit us for sure. He also says talented QB, but just never liked his attitude, even in USC. And part of is from LA, so he knows what he's talking about. And I agree. Look, Caleb did have that kind of diva persona in USC, but to be honest, all the good players have that type of persona. You know what I mean? I kind of like that type of arrogance coming from my QB. I like the arrogance, but
I get it too. I do too.
He hasn't shown any of that yet as a Chicago Bear. It seems like he's been very humble. You hear a lot of reports out there in training camp that he's showing his leadership side on the field and off the field.
Yeah.
So you're hearing a lot of good things. Look, I want my quarterback to be arrogant because at least you're confident and you can ball. And that right there is what I want. Mitchell Trubisky was humble. Justin Fields to the extent was humble.
Yeah, I know. I know why you couldn't see John's post.
Why?
Because it's not out to the public.
Oh no, my man. Hold on.
We're working out our kinks too as well.
Man, it's been a while.
This is our preseason too as well, as we haven't been doing this for a hot minute. But I mean, I get the diva persona. I never got the diva persona. Obviously, on my TikTok, I made a TikTok when the report came out. I got baited. I'm not gonna lie, I got baited by this one tweet report and whatnot, and it got me most of my views and comments. I don't think John's not friends with the JCA.
You're not a friend of the JCA Sports Podcast?
Wow, John, you fake, bro.
How are you? Aren't you the J?
Looks like all right.
We're public now. We're public on
developing story right now. We're looking for the J for the JCA Sports Podcast here.
We have the J. We have the J. The JC, baby.
No. It's all good. I honestly, for Prada, for John to already call Caleb Williams a bust
there he is.
when he hasn't even put him
on the screen.
Put him on the screen. Look at that. Put him on the screen. What up, Don? Yeah. Now you know
it's been a while.
He says I'd rather be cocky than a diva. Rick, I think they coincide. Being cocky and being a diva, they kind of coincide with each other hand in hand, don't you think?
Hold on, sir.
Bueno. Anyways, like I was saying,
there he is.
Yeah. Anyways, like I was saying, bro, like to me, like to call him a bust before he even takes a snap in the NFL, I think it's a little bit of a reach. Just like calling him a superstar before he takes a snap is kind of a reach for me too as well. I mean, there's been more rookies that have not been as successful. They're starting off as QB. Then they have been successful. Like you said, Andrew Luck, CJ Stroud last year, right? You go far back as RG3 and Cam Newton as of recent.
Right.
But then everybody else in between and before that, there's been a struggle, and you don't really necessarily call somebody a bust until after year number 3 or 4. And that's if they make it to the team for their 5th year contract and further along the line. Because we could easily sit down and say Mitchell Trubisky is a bust, right?
Well, yeah, I'm looking back at
it, right?
Correct.
We can slowly start saying Justin Fields was a bust here in Chicago since he's no longer here.
Yeah, and you know what? And just I guess to clarify, there's look coming in, right? That bust, but that bust label is kind of, I guess, in a way disrespectful and
very.
It not only that, but to me it's not a fair comment because there is other aspects to that position, right? Like Mitchell Trubisky, I think we could say he had a really talented defense.
Yeah, but he wasn't talented.
He wasn't talented himself, which is why we were like I kind of coincide and agree with that putting that label on him.
Right, of course.
He didn't live up to the expectation of being the number 2 overall draft pick.
Right.
Justin Fields came in not having a good defense right away, not having even a good offense right away.
Right.
So it's like to me, the jury's still out on Justin Fields.
Right, for sure.
I'm not going to label him quote unquote a bust because he can go to Pittsburgh, have a way better team around him, and still ball out.
All right, 100%.
You know what I mean? So like Caleb Williams, I think he's coming into a great offense, or what should be a great offense because of the pieces he has around him. A great defense because of what they were able to build off of last year.
Yep.
So I think right away, right, because he's a rookie, we're going to give him that pass. but I feel like there's going to be a lot more criticism because he's not getting the same excuses like Jay Cutler did or Justin Fields did.
Yeah, but with Jay
Or-
Cutler is different because Jay Cutler already came in with the Bears,
Right,
with
but-
the
But
Bears
I,
team
but I guess what I mean is like
already with the profile in the NFL.
I guess
Right.
what I mean is like Jay, what's the excuse we always gave Jay Cutler? He didn't have an offensive line. He didn't have weapons around him. He didn't have a consistent offensive coordinator.
Couldn't stay
So-
healthy.
No, he stayed healthy some years, but so on and so forth, right?
The one year that the Bears were really good, that he got hurt. I think it was a stump or something.
That was I think either 2012 or 2013, Mark
Mhm.
Trestman year when
The first year of Mike
when
Trestman.
Josh McCown came in
Yep, yep.
and balled out with
Yep.
Martellus Bennett, Alshon Jeffrey, Brandon Marshall, Matt Forte. Really talented offense. They were like number 1 or number 2 that year in offense.
Yeah, but they were like almost like second to last or last place in defense. So it's kind of like
that's what I'm saying.
it was one of those things. Oh, our boy Zaya right here saying, "Go Bears! Glad to see we're all back here. Hell yeah, man! We miss you too. Glad we're back too. We miss doing this. We had to bring this down, bring it back a little bit.
And it's a soft opening. It's like,
Very soft
we
opening.
didn't come in with the glitz and glamour that you're
No,
used to
no,
with
no.
the JCA Sports Podcast.
Which
I'm
threw me
still
off guard.
working on the intro, the overlays, the background. That's all coming.
Yeah,
We
for
just
sure.
wanted to sit down, talk sports, talk Bears, because this is going to be an exciting season. Look, no, I think it's going to be an exciting season. Look, Eric, when's the last time though where like you're coming in with the number 1 overall pick from the draft and a quarterback, right? Coming in with a whole new offense. Like this legitimately a whole. We have not seen this offense yet because we have a new offensive coordinator, so it's going to be different.
It's gonna be different.
And then we added pieces. DJ Moore, we just extended him another 4 years, so he is locked in. We got Keenan Allen on a 1-year deal.
Yep, we traded for.
Who we traded for, who we know is a baller.
Yep.
DeAndre Swift's coming in. Look, you can say what you want. His resume speaks for himself, right?
3 teams in 4 years. That says a lot.
3 teams in 4 years. What are you talking about?
The Detroit, like he was only drafted 4 years ago. Came from the Lions.
He was not DeAndre Swift.
Was from the Lions.
But not
They
drafted
went to-
4 years ago.
he was?
I really need to look this up.
Check that out, bro. 3 teams in 4 years. If anything, 3 and 5.
Hey, CP's on Instagram.
Yeah, CP.
I didn't even see CP, my
Hi,
boy.
CP.
Hold on.
Hi, CP. Miss you, bro. We miss you. Can't wait to see you, though. By the way, isn't he in John's draft?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
right.
is.
He is in John's draft.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
He put hold on. He put how y'all doing, man? Miss you guys. Thanks for
Miss
telling
you too.
Thanks for telling John that Eric. What? Thank you for telling John what? CP, you're on Instagram, bro. Come on. You should know how to thank you for telling John that Eric. That's all he said.
Oh, there's no message afterwards.
No, there's nothing else after that.
Pooh.
Prada's on there saying the higher the expectations, the shorter the leash on a learning curve. Yeah, I can definitely
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
You definitely see it. Our boy Isaiah, thank you, man. We're glad to be back, bro. We're glad to be
With a new cut too. You see that? Zay got a new cut.
Yeah,
Yeah. Look
fresh-
at you, man.
fresh to death.
Yeah, baby face and all. No, but to be quite honest with you, man, like it's DeAndre Swift, 3 teams in 4 years. He got drafted by the Lions, played 2 years with the Lions, then he got traded to the Eagles, then he got let go by the Eagles, and now he signed with the Bears. I honestly think, to me, like if there was a position that the Bears would have gone, was running back an importance? No, I don't think it was an importance.
It wasn't important, but we didn't have the running back on our roster that was a game changer.
No, I understand that, and the game changer was out there. His name was Saquon Barkley.
If
That would have probably been the only running back out there.
Look, if you watch Hard Knocks,
I know.
right? The Giants just had their Hard Knocks, the
off-season
offseason,
one.
which was the first time they ever did the offseason, which was
And
very,
last,
very interesting. I don't know about last.
I don't know, man. It could literally make or break a general manager if you know what the hell you're doing. And the fact that how they made the Giants,
Which is why
and I've seen a lot of TikTok videos about that.
Which is why I love it, because like that's an in-depth you don't normally
Oh,
see.
you don't.
So you're literally seeing the inner workings of how the fuck this shit works. And honestly, bro, it's really good. But the Bears were actually a serious player in Saquon Barkley's future.
And I would have been okay with the amount of money that they would have spent on Saquon Barkley because, like you said, it's a game changer. DeAndre Swift is not a game changer. To me, I look at it like if DeAndre Swift is probably like a bit richer Roschon Johnson who could catch the ball out of the backfield. That's about it. And if I'm saying Roschon Johnson for DeAndre Swift, guess what? We already have Roschon Johnson. So why do we need DeAndre Swift for? Why do we need 3 running backs? And if you need a running back that's such a game changer, the number 1 running back was on the market for the free. That all you had to do was just overpay somebody else.
I mean,
that's and on top of that, no.
I'm not going to argue because Saquon Barkley is a generation.
Exactly, and on top of that, DeAndre Swift was your first offseason, not your second, not your third, not your fourth, your first. They got lucky that they traded away, or they traded for why am I blanking on his name? Chargers wide receiver, Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
They made up for the Keenan Allen. Obviously, they made up for it with getting what's his name, Caleb Williams as a quarterback, and even on top of that, Rome Odunze falling to them in the number 9 pick too, as well.
Beautiful.
Which is great, right? Everything else that they also got for it on top of that too, as well. So to me, like, I still feel kind of like, yes, we had a great offseason, but it kind of sours it a little bit from being a great offseason to just a good offseason, what you got, because your first signing was DeAndre Swift when you technically really didn't need a running back. You need another person on the other side for DeAndre Swift. I mean, for Montez Sweat on the defensive line, which you still don't have, by the way, at this very moment. You probably still needed like another offensive guard or tackle that you probably may or may not have on your team, but you still haven't gone out for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have spent that money wisely on somewhere else, but not on DeAndre Swift as your first pick.
All right, let's get to the comments. Our boy CP was saying thank you for telling him how the word bust works. Okay. Also goes and says Swift is a serviceable running back, but not a game changer like Barkley, like Saquon Barkley was. Awesome, regardless of the Giants O-line. Swift, I feel, may need an O-line to succeed. He also, he said, put Jose behind the Eagles O-line. I bet he goes for 1,000 yards. That's fact. Hey, I'm underrated.
I've seen this guy run. He
is not. No, he is not. Look, I am underratedly fast. Okay, like seriously, that's the one thing I can say. I'm a big guy, right? I'm 6 feet, 260. But I'm being honest, right? But I'll tell you right now, I'm fast. I still got that extra speed. Right?
I only had my first step was my quick step, and that was it. After that, you catch me whenever you want. No, but to go back to the conversation though, like it to me, I think DeAndre Swift was a waste. Seriously, a waste. For it to be your first, it was a waste.
Yeah.
But are we all excited? Yes. I know you're uberly excited, right? John, I don't know how he has to speak his piece, but I'm pretty sure he's excited too as well about the upcoming Bears season too. But for me, I'm keeping it even keel. I'm not too excited, but also at the same time, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I really don't care. To me, it's the same song and dance for everybody else, or for what I've seen for the Chicago Bears for the last 10, 12 years, where it's the same quarterback. I mean, different quarterback. Coach comes in, gets a quarterback. Coach leaves, different coach, same quarterback. Quarterback leaves, different, same coach leaves, different quarterback. You know what I mean? Like it's no, like, John Fox with Jay Cutler to Mitchell Trubisky, Mike Glennon. Then all of a sudden, Mike Glennon leaves, and then here comes Matt Nagy with Mitchell Trubisky for 2 years. Then Matt Nagy drafts, Justin Fields. Let goes Mitchell Trubisky, Matt Nagy, Justin Fields. That was a disaster. Justin Fields with Matt Eberflus for 2 years, and now we're doing Matt Eberflus again with Caleb Williams. Like, it's a circle. It's a circle that we wanted to get out of, and if we wanted to start all over, we should have started all over. Matt Eberflus deserves his job? Sure, I guess. How the Bears played last year and how they ended it? Of course, maybe he deserves another bite at the apple for the Chicago Bears as a head coach. But it's the same song and dance to where it was kind of like, if you knew you were going to get Caleb Williams, then just blow it all up and just start from scratch.
Yeah.
But we're in this situation where you're excited. I see the excitement on your face. This is why I wanted to be here in person and do the show.
It feels different.
It does feel different. I completely agree. I'm right here with you.
Because we're coming into a season that's really unprecedented.
That we never had before. We've never had it as the Bears.
Everything about this season is different. I mean, the fact that we're even going to be on Hard Knocks. Bro, the Bears once said they're never going to be on Hard Knocks. And yet here they are now.
Doing Hard Knocks.
We're doing Hard Knocks. We're going to get an in-depth look on the team, on the players, on everything that built up to where they are now. We're going to get to see leading up to preseason games, leading up to Hall of Fame. Dude, it's crazy.
It is crazy, man. But
CP real quick says John is praying on the downfall rather than success.
I agree. I feel that too. Well, and I know John's a big Bears fan.
Well, here's the thing. it's not just John. There's a lot of people who have a sour taste in their mouth because of how the Bears treated
Justin Fields. I
You know,
agree.
I don't.
I hear you.
You hear me? I'm good.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
all right.
you're good.
I think the way the Bears treated Justin Fields just left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths
Uh-huh.
because you draft this kid, you don't give him the next. You know, look, Caleb Williams in his first year, in my opinion, got way more than Justin Fields did this entire time here.
I agree, and that's not even hard to see either.
It's
That's,
shitty.
it's blatantly
Yeah,
unfair.
look, it's just the way it came about. I don't think the Bears did it on purpose, but it's just the way it ended up happening.
But that's what happens when you change the regime and everything like that.
Yeah.
When one team wants, when you switch coach and general manager 1 year,
yeah,
and
right.
drafting a quarterback, and now that quarterback is just up in the air with this new regime.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. And that's what happened to Mitch here in Chicago. That's what happened with Mike Glenn and Jay Cutler here in Chicago, the multiple offensive linemen and coaches. That's what happened to Justin Fields. Hopefully it doesn't happen with Caleb Williams. I really hope it doesn't. But again, you're right. What Justin Fields, what Caleb Williams got here in Chicago, Justin Fields didn't even come close to reaching it while he was here in his 3-year tenure, because his first year was kind of a shit show with Matt Nagy.
Yep.
His second year, they blew it all up. But at least on the positive side, he has the record for the Bears in rushing yards, and it was close to the NFL record. And then last year, when they gave him a number one wide receiver in DJ Moore, when they gave him a little bit more power behind the offensive line and also on the running backs and stuff like that,
he had moments.
He had moments for sure.
For sure.
The only thing about Justin Fields though is that it wasn't consistent.
It wasn't consistent enough to be like, you know what, this is our guy. And that's the issue. But it wasn't all his fault.
No, it wasn't his fault.
And that's what sucks.
Well,
Sam Piopo, real quick, Eric.
What up, Sam?
Welcome back, boys. It's good to be back, guys. It's good to be back again.
Good to be back.
Guys, you're listening to the JCA Sports Podcast. We're
100%.
actually live streaming the Hall of Fame game, by the way.
Yeah, we're watching it in the background.
We're watching it in the background. We might do a lot more of this, watching, especially regular season games where you'll see our reaction. We'll be animated. We'll be excited.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I think this is going to be fun, man. Like, obviously, the starters aren't starting today, so it's not really much to talk about. We're watching it, but we're also giving our opinions, what we expect to happen this season.
And we want to know what you guys expect too.
Exactly,
what's your predictions for the Bears, the record wise?
We're gonna get right into that.
What's your what do you predict for Caleb Williams and his rookie year and everybody else along to as well?
Yep.
Do you think Matt Eberflus can make it at the end of the year too as well? I know there's a lot of people that wanted his head off last year.
And look, a lot has changed, right? We don't have, we'll get the glitz and glamour back. We'll get the intro. We'll get the overlays. We'll get everything we need so that way going forward, our podcast is legit,
top notch.
But there's a difference this year, Eric. Not only right now are we live on Facebook and YouTube like we always are, right?
And Instagram. Don't forget Instagram.
Well, that's what I was going to get to. You guys can actually go to our Instagram, JCA Sports Pod, and you can watch us live on Instagram, which is crazy. That was a feature we weren't able to do in the past.
Nope.
We'll get our Twitch back up and going, but yeah, the JCA Sports Podcast on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram is we're live on all three.
Yep.
So
Twitch soon.
Yeah, we'll do Twitch next time.
I need a haircut.
We'll come out with more. Yeah, you do, bro. We'll come out with more details as what we're gonna come out. What we'll be talking about for sure.
For sure.
CP goes on. We're talking about our Fields conversation. Not Fields' fault, but do you guys felt he played well enough to earn a decent contract and pass on a chance at a generational QB? The generational QB is supposedly
Caleb Williams.
And we're hoping that comes into fruition.
I'll say this. If Caleb Williams would have came out this year, how he played last year as a Heisman winner, would you second guess it?
What do you mean he did come out this year?
No. I mean, like, how last year he was the Heisman winner?
Okay.
Or 2 seasons ago now.
I get what you're saying.
2 seasons ago.
If he would have,
if he would have came out of the high, if he would have won the Heisman this year, how he came out instead of 2 seasons
absolutely
ago.
not.
Would you think about?
No, absolutely not.
You would draft Caleb Williams?
Yeah, 100%.
100%, right?
Yeah.
So
this year, I was one of the people who were pro drafting Caleb Williams.
I think I was more pro keeping Justin, but I could have been. I was persuaded. I would have been easily persuaded.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There is a TikTok out there that where John, came up with a proposal like, why don't we keep Fields and add Marvis Harrison Jr. And I thought that would have been. I thought that would have been a good, and also good opportunity, or I guess to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Like
I would agree with that too.
I wouldn't have seen anything wrong with that. As long as you still bring in someone like Keenan Allen, you still have DJ Moore. I mean, you imagine?
No, I know.
Sheesh. But,
and that was the thing, obviously with Caleb Williams, everybody would have thought, teams would have been jumping to get Caleb Williams as their quarterback, right? And right now it's kind of one of those situations like I take a step back and then I see myself, if we still would have had Justin Fields, we probably would have never made these type of moves, because we would have had to make a decision even sooner to either A, sign him after the season, B, give him a 5th-year contract that's up to like 15, 16, 17, $20 million. And then on top of that, you're going to have to pay him soon these millions of dollars that could cut your salary cap. When with Caleb Williams, all you have to do is just give him $1 million, $2 million, and you still have room in your salary cap to get these type of players and get the type of moves, and then re-sign DJ Moore for a couple more years, on your squad too as well. So all in all, overall, this is the best route to go to, because you can actually fix your team better around your quarterback, build with your quarterback for 4 years since you have him cheap before you pay him in the next 4 or 5 years if he's up to par in his playing stature.
Yeah.
But we want to know what you guys think. I know John was pro Justin Fields, and I don't think John ever took that step back and realized like this was the right move, and then let the kid prove himself in Caleb Williams.
Well, I mean, but piggybacking what you're saying too, Caleb Williams is more of a pass first quarterback, and I think that's the big.
Yeah,
that was always a big knock on Justin Fields, is that he was more talented as a runner.
Yeah,
and to play the quarterback position, you have to
throw the ball.
You have to throw the ball. That's literally that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
So it's like why should I think the Bears just felt like, why should we pass on someone like Caleb Williams, who we know is a better thrower?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who plays the quarterback position?
Has a higher ceiling.
Yeah, of course,
you know
course,
100%. And if we do right by him by adding the pieces around him, I mean, hey,
yeah.
The sky's the limit. CP asked what persuaded you, Eric, to switching to.
Just simply because of what you got out of cheaper quarterback, obviously for more years.
Rookie, yeah.
You're a rookie. You signed DJ Moore for $80 million guarantee for 4 years that I don't think you would have gotten if you would have stayed with Justin Fields. Right? You made these moves where you can get the money that Keenan Allen is receiving on a trade from the Chargers just to get their money, just to get the books out of the Chargers' money, but knowing that the Bears have salary cap space, and then on top of that, you still have money to build around him.
Right.
So like it's the cheaper value of a quarterback that on paper, or at least seeing him a little bit in college, that can play the position a little bit better than Justin Fields did coming into college and now as a pro, that you have a better team, a resourceful team around Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
And that's why I was persuaded. Like after actually thinking about it,
you look at the team now on paper, and you're like, you know what?
This is not bad.
It's not bad at all.
I just wish we had a better running back in Saquon Barkley. But whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, Prados on Instagram saying that he loves the fact that his team, the Philadelphia Eagles, got him. He's a good change of back. He's a good change up back, screens and can bust out a big game. So happy Philly got him. Sam on Facebook. I filled out a Bear schedule and somehow came to 11-6. I've got my hopes up by any means, but with the toughness of the schedule, they better get at least 10 wins. Stay healthy. That's the key to our season. Look, Sam, you're not the only one. I'm also looking at 11, 10 wins. Like, it's hard not to when you look at the teams that you're going up against. And we're going to get into the schedule right now, right? But you should beat a lot of these teams on paper, right? On paper, you should beat a lot of these teams.
At least at the first half.
But
at least the first half.
We got. Again, we're projecting the defense to be better than they were last year because you've seen signs of them progressing. 100%. And then obviously the offense, it's completely a different offense. So again, like we're expecting the best. So we're gonna get right into where we think the schedule should be. CP's like, this defense and easy schedule is so good. I feel like Caleb will have a choice to get through those growing pains rookie year. I saw no scenario where Justin Fields leads you into a deep playoff run, regardless of how many weapons he would have eventually.
Thanks.
A defense would game plan for him, and you make him use which was a knock on him.
Touchdown Bears.
Let's go. Touchdown Bears, baby. Bears are on the board. Ripping. He's playing for that second string.
For that backup role.
For that backup role. Who did he throw it to, Johnson?
I think so, yeah. But even then, so I mean, it was a nice little seam route from Johnson, wide open, busted coverage.
I mean, look, even though this isn't the starters, we're seeing little by little what this offense, is
could
going
be.
to be a little bit. So
Yeah.
nice. That's a nice
You know, and you guys are saying easy schedule. To me, it's only easy the first 8 games. The next 9 games is a gauntlet for the Chicago Bears because you play all your division games, you know, on that second part of the season. And then you got the 49ers somewhere thrown in there, right? And I think you have one more hard game somewhere in between there too as well. Like the first half, like if the Bears, I wouldn't look at you crazy if you tell me the first half the Bears go 6-2. I would not, because it's kind of possible with the teams that they're playing 5-3.
Yeah,
but I do want to give you, when we go with the schedule, I want you to read me the first 4 games of the season.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up right now for all of us.
And then I want you guys, whoever are watching us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all our wherever we're streaming from, I want you guys to answer this question that I'm about to ask you guys after the first 4 games of the season and see what we got.
I'm gonna bring it up right now. 1 second.
And he's bringing it up. I hope everybody's doing well, man. We miss you guys. We're bringing this back to JCA Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram Live. We will get to your comments soon too as well. So, drop a comment. He said, "Come on, bro. Patriots, Cardinals, Commanders are in the first half of the season," which is, like I said, easy first half of the season. Right. It's the second half of the season where it gets a little bit wonky and a little bit crazy, a little bit hard. For the Chicago Bears, where you kind of realize like what the question I'm about to ask after the first 4 games. Maybe even after 8, depending what you guys want to see or how you guys feel too as well. As Jose is trying to pull up the schedule up here for us as we're live. We're back. JCA Sports Podcast is back. Damn, what the hell did Serena Williams do to her face? The fuck was that?
What do you mean?
Bro.
What's wrong with her face?
Look.
Bro, man. It's Botox.
What the fuck?
Lip fillers, all the things girls do, women do to
they don't even look like her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. It's weird. But as we're going back, the Bears just scored. We're live streaming the Hall of Fame game for you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Sam, CP. Who else joined us? John, who's at work right now. Sam, thank you very much. Make sure you guys.
Been in the comments.
Isaiah, thank you very much. Yeah, we're back. We're doing this back. We're coming back for you guys. We want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the Chicago Bears this season? How do you feel about Caleb Williams? How do you feel about Caleb Williams? Are you calling him are you calling him a bust like John over here, who's not here with us, but John's calling him a bust without even playing a snap as a pro in the NFL? Are you calling him a superstar like Jose over here, saying he has superstar potential? Or are you like me, that's right in the middle? It's like, let's see what this guy has in store for us for the next 3-4 years before anything else. So I mean, like I said, let us know what you guys think. We're gonna run down the schedule right now for you guys. We're gonna give us your prediction of the Bears season. We're gonna give you our prediction of the win-loss record for the Chicago Bears too as well. I don't know what you guys think. We were talking about how easy the first half of the schedule. Well, together we're talking about how easy the first half or how easy the Bears schedule is, and I think it's just easy for the first half of the season. CP on the comments said, we got the Commanders, we got the Panthers, we have, got them right here, Panthers, Commanders, Patriots, Cardinals. The Cardinals ones is a bit sneaky for me, where I feel like them going on the road, it's not going to be that much of a toss up. That's what I believe. Let's see. Sam says he has them 11-6. I'm gonna read CP's comments. He says the defense and the easy schedule is so good. I feel like Caleb Williams will have a chance to go through with those growing pains rookie year. I saw no scenario. You read that, right? We had the playoff run, weapons, defense, cool. He says, come on, bro. Patriots, Cardinals, Commanders are in the first half of the season. The Panthers, too. He's like, I'm not exactly terrified of the division games either. Do you guys do you guys not remember what the Bears did to the Lions last year? The defense gave Goff fits. The Vikings have weapons, but Darnold have mistakes forced by the D. And the Packers need to show me more than a good half/playoff win over the Cowboys, who known for choking. That is true. But even then, so I will argue that the Bears haven't beat the Packers since 2018.
It's been tough, man.
I'll give you that.
And it almost seems like the Packers are just getting better and better.
Exactly. I will also say that even though the Bears did give the Lions fits last season too as well, remember the Bears also gave up a 10-point lead on the Detroit Lions and lost that game too as well. Yes, we won. We won. I think we beat them here too as well, but earlier in the season. But regardless of the fact, remember the Lions are still a good team and have gotten better defensively. The Minnesota Vikings to me is where the toss up really is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the Vikings have in JJ McCarthy. They do have the best wide receiver in the game right now in Justin Jefferson. What's the Hawkinson too as well as their tight end. Offensive line is still one of the best offensive or one of the good offensive lines that the Vikings have throughout all the entire NFL. But again, it's going to be a tough division where I don't think it's going to be that easy or feel like it's going to be easy for the Bears for the second half of the season. Plus, it's not even that you play them 6 times. We all know that we play them home and away. It's the fact that we got them on the second half of the season. I think we have them back to back to back, and then there's a little gap, and then we have them back to back to back again, or one game, and then the last game of the season, obviously you play against your own division, which would be the Packers. But to play your division 6 times in a span of 8 games, 9 games, that's a lot of football within your own division, where your secrets are whatever secrets you have stored in your back pocket are secrets. They're gonna be shown out, and they're gonna be known. And they're going to be shown. So you have to be. No division game is easy, no matter what the name and no matter how bad your record is. There's no easy games in your division,
right?
So again, it's a difficult second half. I to me, as Jose's pulling up the schedule right now, as I'm seeing him right now, putting it up any second now. Is it up? You have it up. You have it up right here. I got it right here. All right.
Over there, right?
Yeah, I see it right here. I don't see it on mine, but I see it on my phone.
Okay, cool.
All right, so right now we're going for week 1. Obviously, I think everybody's is chalking this up as a win, unless if you're a Tennessee Titan fan, right?
Yeah. So here we got the schedule up. Let's talk about it. Week 1, Tennessee Titans. Eric, you got to win. I got to win.
I got to win.
I got a dub.
I got to win. I got to win. I got to win.
On paper, I feel like the Bears are a better team. Overall.
Yep.
So that's 1. We're 1-0 right now against the Tennessee Titans. Week number 2, Houston Texans, Sunday Night Football. I think the Texans are just right now a better team, more established team. CJ Stroud, what he did last year was amazing. Then you add Stephon Diggs. I think that offense is only going to get better. I can see it being a good close game, but the Texans squeaking out a win. So they're 1-1 at this point for me.
1-1.
All right. Indianapolis. Going to Indianapolis. I think the Bears can beat the Colts. I think the Bears can beat the Colts.
See,
you have Anthony Richardson who's coming
back after ACL time.
The Colts are hit or miss. They could be a good team. It all depends on what they do offensively.
And I know that the Bears are going to play with a little bit of extra motivation that Matt Eberflus is going back to Indy, where he was a defensive coordinator over there, and they're going to play hard for him. So I give them 3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
All right, so you got 3-1 up for the Bears. You mean 2-1? We're 2-1.
Right? Sorry,
2-1. I agree. We're 2-1 with them defeating the
Colts.
The Colts. CP saying can't sleep on those Titans cornerbacks. Still, I agree. It's going to be hard defensively. It's going to be Caleb Williams' first game, so it could be a toss-up. But I think with the talent that at least with the wide receivers, I think the Bears pull out a win.
I agree.
In Tennessee. All right, week 4, Los Angeles. Eric, this is home too, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
They're at home here against the Rams. I think the Rams are a good team. I think Sean McVay is going to be hard to defeat Sean McVay and the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give the Rams the win here.
I mean, we're on the same boat, 2-2.
All right, we're 2-2 here.
We're 2-2. I got the Bears. It's not bad.
It's not bad. Like if the Bears come 2-2 week 4, and you see the teams they lost to, the Texans and the Rams, I think that's good. Like there's levels, right? There's tiers here.
Yeah.
And I think the Texans are on a higher tier than the Bears.
All right.
I think the Rams might be on the same tier.
So you got 2-2, right?
So I have 2-2.
So here's my question: are you okay? What would get you? What would be more worrisome if the Bears are 2-2 with Caleb Williams not looking his best. Caleb Williams looking his best, but the Bears are 1-3, or the Bears being 4-0, but Caleb Williams is looking like a rookie and looking really bad.
Well, remember, the Bears looked really good with Mitchell Trubisky.
100%. Defense looks good for Mitchell
The
Trubisky.
defense, right? Trubisky had
Defense
his
looked good for
moments.
the
He looked
defense.
like a rookie. He looked like a rookie his rookie year.
Yep.
So how about this? What I think may be better for the Bears is them having, I guess, a worse record with Caleb looking better, because you at least be like, okay, hey, like there's signs of life, and once the rest of the team gets it together, you got something there. But if Caleb is struggling, the Bears are still winning. I think that's just a testament to
How
the
good
overall, the overall
good
team.
is it? Mhm.
Yeah, how the overall team is.
And then the average play for average
Yeah.
play for 2 and
you
2 and
know.
average Caleb Williams.
But hey, TP brings up a good point. The Bears always give Rams trouble, and defensively,
Oh, yeah, of course.
defensively they do always get the Rams trouble.
But also don't think that it's Rams trouble when the Rams came in here in cold weather in 2018 when it was just a defensive outlook and stuff like that. Just mind you, it's a whole different team with a whole different quarterback.
September 29th, fall weather. It's gonna,
It's decent. It's
Yeah.
decent weather.
sweater weather.
Yeah, sweater weather.
Sweater weather for sure.
weather for sure.
All right,
Actual grass.
I think this next one here is a dub for sure. Hold on. TP says if Caleb looks good with Bears losing, I'll be okay with that. So, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Against the Carolina Panthers, I think that's an easy win.
Yeah, 3-2.
I think they're 3-2 at this
3-2.
point.
I agree.
And again, if they're 3-2 by October 6th, or by October 7th, the day after, right? They play the Panthers. I'm like, okay, this is exactly where I thought they would be.
Okay.
And to me, that's a win.
Okay.
That's already a good. We're 5 games into the season. We're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye week is it next week? I'm apparently.
Nah, you're missing one.
Oh yeah, it's underneath.
It's underneath. You're missing the
underneath.
Jacksonville one.
It's because CP's right there. My bad. All right, Jacksonville Jaguars in London, baby. Shit, man. I this to me is a toss up.
It is a toss up.
This is a toss up. I always, for whatever reason, I don't know why, I always give the Jaguars the benefit of the doubt every year. I always think they're going to be better than what they are.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like the same thing with the Bears. They do the same thing with the Bears. I'm being honest. But for whatever reason, I always give Jacksonville that benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
And I want to do the same because of Doug Peterson's still their head coach. They still got Trevor Lawrence, as their quarterback. I just think when healthy, that team is good. And they're in London. I think the London thing is just it's gonna, even though Jacksonville has been to London plenty of times, I still think that hurts both teams. Because again, like you're traveling.
I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? You don't have that much time out there. It's just a whole different time difference. It's a toss up, man. It's a toss up. It really is. I kind of want to give it to Jacksonville.
Okay.
If I'm being honest.
All right, that's good. Not bad.
3-3.
They're gonna be in that disgusting, ugly piece of shit stadium in Tottenham Hotspurs out in London.
For those who don't know, that's the Arsenal fan.
That stadium is so fucking ugly. The only thing cool about that is apparently they fill up your beer from the bottom up. So I think that's pretty cool. I've never seen that. Beer is always warm over there, just to let you know. That's such an ugly ass stadium that the Bears are gonna feel the wrath of that ugly stadium and being cursed with it, and the Bears are gonna lose in London, unfortunately. Fuck Tottenham. Bears are gonna be 3-3.
3-3. I agree. 3-3 there.
3-3.
All right. They're on a bye week 7.
Okay. Bears win that one.
Yeah, that's automatic right there. All right, going into Washington. In Washington, they also have a new quarterback.
Oh, what's his name?
Jalen Daniels.
There you go.
So they also have a new quarterback, which I think he's going to be a sneaky good. I think he's going to give Caleb Williams a run for his money.
Isn't that a primetime
for
game?
Rookie of the Year? It is. It's no, actually, it's not. It's not a primetime game.
No, I thought
No.
it was.
It's not. Eric, I want to give the Bears a dub.
I'm giving the Bears a dub.
Off the bye week, you should come out a little bit more fresh.
Yep.
You kind of have an identity here. This is week 8.
Yep.
You know who you are. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to give the Bears the benefit of the doubt. Give them a dub here, 4-3.
4-3. I agree.
All right. Cardinals. I think this is where you and I disagree.
I think this is where we're going to disagree right
You and
here.
I had this discussion with John on our group chat
Yep,
before.
yep, yep.
I think this is where we disagree. I think the Bears can defeat the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
I'm not sold on Kyler Murray.
Okay, me neither.
They do have now Marvin Harrison Jr. and he
Marvin.
could be a staple and he could be a problem
100%.
for sure. But we gotta remember this is also they went through a whole different regime. New coaching staff, new GM. You know, this is a new system for Kyler Murray. So
this is the one where the Bears are back-to-back road games, right? I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Back-to-back road games.
And I think that's what's going to affect them. Luckily, they're right in the middle for both. But coming off a bye week, heading to the East Coast, and then the following week heading to the West Coast, even though it's a later game, it's a 1:25 kickoff over there in the West Coast in Arizona. But to me, this is where like the time difference, the time travel, and all the traveling that the Bears have done throughout this time, even going to London, is really it's really going to affect. It's a trap game for the Chicago Bears. And I'll give the Cardinals a little bit more credit. You don't believe in Kyler Murray. I don't believe in Kyler Murray, but at least Kyler Murray can give you a little bit something. And with the nice little weapon that he got and Marvin Harrison Jr. with his little toy, obviously he's going to use it and abuse it as much as he can if he's still healthy at that point. And I think this is where the Chicago Bears kind of like you'll see a little bit of their momentum kind of falter a little bit, especially for the last couple of weeks of them going to Chicago, London, by East Coast and Washington, and back out West Coast with the Cardinals. So I can see the Bears losing here for the Arizona Cardinals, where I have them at 4-4.
Okay, I have the Bears winning. I have them here at 5-4. I have them. Yeah, right. Does it
5-3?
I have them 5-3.
This is why I'm writing mine down. This is smart. Oh my God!
1, 2, 3.
Jeez, we're actually doing
4.
this.
Yeah, 5-3.
5-3. I was right. See, 5-3. 4-4.
I have them 5-3. I think they can beat the Cardinals. I think after the bye week they're rested. You know they're coming off of momentum, beating the Washington football team Commanders, whatever the hell they are,
Commanders, but
Commanders. Going into Arizona, I mean, CP says it here. Their defense is terrible.
Their defense is terrible.
You know, and sure, Lord Jesus, the dyslexia. It's been a while. Look, CP, it's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Man, don't blame the wild, bro. Reading is fundamental.
It's been a while, for real. But yeah, I have them 5-3 so far.
4-4. And then the following week is against the Patriots, right? At home.
Yeah, Patriots at home.
And that's where I give them a dub.
I think
we're back. We're back on the winning.
We
side.
We both give them a dub here.
You know what's crazy? Right now, we have not had the Bears fall anywhere below 500. It's either 500 or above,
which is crazy, right? Because like we're projecting here what's based on paper. If we go based on what the last couple seasons, the Bears just suck. You know what I mean? But like
you ain't lying, my guy.
Optimists. We're optimists. We gotta know what we're doing.
It's crazy you say that. Now the question's gonna feel right. Let's just say let's go based off my record. Will you be okay with the Bears being 4-4, 5-4? Or will you be at this point? Let's say the Bears are bang average, right? Average defense, average offense. 5-4, my record based off my record. Will you be at this point calling for Matt Eberflus's head off, knowing that the Bears are 4-4, 5-4, maybe even 4-5?
No. If they're 5 and like, if I'm 5-3 right now, about to be 6-3 because I also haven't beat the Patriots. We're good. We're winning. We're
Gucci.
We're Gucci. Now, I think Matt Eberflus is going to be the scapegoat this year. If let's say right now, let's say by this time. It's the opposite. They're 3-5 or 3-6.
Right.
I think he's definitely going to be the scapegoat because they're not going to look at Caleb Williams. They're going to be like, oh, he's a rookie, but he's just not being developed.
Right.
Like you have a better offense, your defense should be good.
Right.
They're just not being developed. That's when you look at the coaching staff like, hey, we were questioning whether you should get a chance coming back, especially when there was rumors about Jim Harbaugh returning to the NFL. There was questions about you.
There was questions.
So I feel like he's going to be the first person everybody turns to. If at this point they have a really bad record.
What if they're losing? What if their games that they've lost by like a field goal, 2 points, a point?
I mean,
last minute drives type of thing.
That's different because the Detroit Lions were that team 2 or 3 years ago when they had such a bad record, but every game was hard fought. They could have won. They were really living behind that message of their coach Dan Campbell said that, Ray, we're gonna go down, we're gonna go down, biting you, hitting you, blah blah blah, and that's exactly how they went down. And what happened a year later?
Hey.
They went to the playoffs.
So what you're saying is that no matter what, Matt Eberflus' job at the end of the season is safe unless if they have a shitty year.
Unless it's bad.
Like
unless they're getting blown out. Yeah.
And Caleb Williams doesn't look like
It
Caleb
doesn't look
Williams
like he
is
should be-
developing.
yeah, exactly.
Like the shit just hit the fan pretty much.
100%. All right, let's go to Green Bay. This is an important game. This is the first time we get to see Green Bay Packers. We get to see Jordan Love with his new contract. He's solidified there in Green Bay.
Yep.
That's their quarterback.
That's their guy.
That's their guy. And now here we go with our new quarterback, right? The one thing Packers are used to is, okay, who's going to be the Bears quarterback this year, right? Because it's just a revolving door.
100%.
But this time, I'm telling you, it feels different. We have Caleb Williams. It just feels different. So I told myself the Bears and Packers are going to split. So I could, and this is when it's at home, I could see the Bears winning. But at the same time, I think the Bears, no, I'm going to give them a loss here because I don't see them going, was this 1, 2, 3? I remember I have them winning against Washington, Arizona, and Patriots. I don't see them going 4 in a row. I think they lose here in Chicago against Green Bay.
This is where you and I agree again. We're back on the same boat.
Okay, there you go.
I honestly do. I feel that this is going to be the last loss before they snap their winning streak or losing streak at the end of the season. I'm right with you. I think the Bears and the Packers do split this year.
Yeah,
but I do see them being too overly amped and too overly excited.
Yes.
Knowing that it's the Caleb Williams first Bears Packers game.
Yep.
And find a way that the Bears. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but part of me feels like it's going to be a double-digit scoring game, like a 10-point game.
And it's going to piss a lot of us off because the one thing about the Bears is, like, you got to beat the Packers, and we haven't had a team to show the Packers.
100%.
And even me, like, I'm saying this now, saying I think the Packers are going to win.
Same.
But when if it actually happens,
I'm going to be Bears for the win.
I'm going to be a shit show if the Packers beat the Bears.
100%.
Because I'm gonna be like, oh my god, here we fucking go again. We can never beat the fucking Packers.
But I feel like if it's a closer game, like if it's a real close game, I'm talking about super close, and the Packers somehow, some way find a game-winning drive, you're still gonna feel like shit, but then you're gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna get them next time. You're gonna feel more confident.
100%.
We're gonna get them next time.
100%. All right,
But yeah, Bears lost.
So I got them at 6-4.
I think I got them 5-5.
Okay. So here we are against Minnesota here at home. I have them sweeping the Vikings. I don't think JJ McCarthy of that team's going to be. I don't have any belief in them.
Okay.
I'm
right with you.
I think the Bears win.
Back on track. I got them at 6-5.
Okay, 7-4 for me.
Bro, I got them win loss.
It's probably more realistic because we do have a rookie quarterback.
I do, yeah.
Okay. All right. Detroit at Detroit.
That's the Thanksgiving game.
Yes, I think Detroit wins. Detroit they play well at home.
Yeah, I think this is where I'm following my trend. Another loss.
Yeah,
I think this is the one where they split.
Yeah, I give them a loss here.
Mhm.
So that's what for me now. 6-5.
6-5. I got
Is that
6-6.
How you got 12 games? I have 11. So then
Yeah.
7-5.
1, 2, 3. Bro, count them right there. What week is that?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Bro,
5,
you
6.
just
7,
count.
8,
Just
9, 10,
minus
11,
1
12.
without the bye.
Right. So I'm wrong. So I have them at 7-5 then. I'm pretty
7-5.
75.
Okay.
2, 3. Carry the 1 for when I'm playing. 5. 7,
We're
5.
back. The JCA Sports
Right.
Podcast is back, y'all. I can tell you that much.
All right, 7-5 for me.
Okay.
All right, San Francisco. That's another loss for me.
Yeah, this is where my
They're-
trend breaks.
They're too established for me.
This is where my trend breaks. The going 5-5 on the road again too.
on
top of that.
again.
On the road on top of that too.
I can't wait to get on
The road again.
All right.
Okay.
All right, cool. So 7-6.
So this is the first time I have the Bears under 500 for the first time all season.
Yeah.
In my eyes, in my book, where I'm writing, and then it also breaks the trend of them going one loss.
Yeah. So I got them at 7 wins so far.
You had them at 7-6 or 7-5, 7-7 now. because I got them 6-7. So you must have them at 500.
Yeah, 7-6. Got them 7-6.
Mm-hmm.
7-6, getting their win back again. So I have them back-to-back losses. We both do.
Yep.
Which is probably the first time I had them back-to-back losses. Also.
And I feel this is where we're gonna agree with back-to-back wins.
Yeah, I think this is back-to-back wins for us with Vikings and Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
So that pushes me from 9 to 9-6.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at 9-6 right now. Going into Seattle, Thursday night football, baby. It's tough. I feel like Seattle's gonna be one of those wild card teams that
I do too.
Play tough. I for sure have them beating Green Bay at the end of the season.
I do too.
So that's already 10-6. So I'm at 10-6. I'm thinking about Seattle. I think Seattle's a toss-up. I don't know if they're gonna go 4 straight. So I'm gonna give them a loss at Seattle and give them 10-7. That's where I'm gonna end.
You know what's crazy? We kind of have the same season how we ended up. The last 4 games, win, loss, win.
Yeah.
I feel somehow they'll find a way to lose this game against against Seattle.
They're gonna fight. Like I said, they're gonna be one of those wild card teams that are just fighting for that spot. So I can totally see them definitely pulling out a win against them. I think it's gonna be a really close game.
I got them at 9-8.
9-8.
And you got them at 10-7.
Yep.
And I think that's the thing. And a lot of people are gonna look at me like crazy, like oh well, you know, easy schedule here. You know, the Bears here, fighting. You know, yes, we have an easy schedule. We have this, we have that. I understand that 100%. But also at the same time, you guys got to remember it's a rookie quarterback, man, and we're not every rookie quarterback is gonna CJ Stroud this.
Right.
Not every rookie quarterback is gonna Andrew Luck this. Not every quarterback is gonna RG3 this. You know, they're just one of a few many, and then they were all separated in their own separate time. You know, maybe RG3 and Andrew Luck were just apart from like 2 years.
Yeah.
But then from Andrew Luck to CJ Stroud, how long that took?
Yeah.
Sure. What other rookie quarterback, as of late, kind of took the league by storm?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, 10-7 to me it's a good year.
I got a 9-8. I think 9-8 is a great year.
I think 10-7 is a good year. I mean, 9-8. I want like another
Bears touchdown.
Let's go.
I got it the over on this one.
I want to say the Bears 9-8 is a good year. I don't know. I guess 10-7 just seems. If it's 9-8 making the wild card, I'll be happy.
I'll be happy with 9-8 and the Bears missing the playoffs. I'll be okay with that. It just at the end of the day.
The thing is, I don't want to. If we only have Keenan Allen, I don't know why. It's just how I feel, right? If we only have Keenan Allen for 1 year, I don't want to waste it. I think, and it's probably not a waste because he's. I'm pretty sure what he's able to do, helping develop these young wide receivers, is great. Yeah. It's just to me like I want to see them in the playoffs with Keenan Allen.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I feel what you're saying too, and I understand 100% too. But me personally, to me, it doesn't